Alright guys, so the latest special cookie, Snapdragon, has been released, okay? And possibly is going to be the replacement of BTS. But we got a little bit of promotion that we can do here. Let's see what we can promote it to. By the way though, at least Snapdragon is going to be fully available to everybody. And let's get it up to level 75 first though. And here we go, 75, skill 75. It does use support powder, so just keep that in mind. It's not like BTS where the skill just changes. Alright guys, so before we get back into the video, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is going to be LD Player. So just like always, I've been using LD Player for the longest time now for this channel, playing Cookie Run Kingdom, and it is the best emulator that I have used, allowing me to play not only Cookie Run Kingdom but other Android games that are going to be available inside of the Google Play Store. But LD Player is amazing guys. It is the absolute best emulator that I have used without any problems so far. Their support is definitely amazing as well. They try to fix any problems that come up right away, especially for Cookie Run Kingdom. But if you guys want to use the emulator like myself and play on your PC, then click the link down in the description and download LD Player and try it out yourself and enjoy your Cookie Run Kingdom gameplay on your computer. Power is bugged, so don't mind about the power right now guys. And here we go, Arcane Blossom. It is a 17-second cooldown, so it is 2 seconds less than BTS. As an ancient entity, Snapdragon Cookie is safeguarded and invulnerable to enemy attacks. The Elder Magic of their skill will bloom Snapdragons, periodically healing the team's HP and granting a buff, providing stun resistant, increased debuff resist, increased attack, increased damage resist, and an HP shield. So all of the, buffs that you really want, right? Elder Magic grants Dragon Cookies Draconic Life Force, increasing the max HP of Dragon Cookies. Alright, so healing is going to be 23.1% every 1 second for 7 seconds. We have the stun resistance. It is not going to be stun immunity, I guess, this time around. So it's going to be stun duration is going to actually decrease by 65% instead of the 100%. All right, so it is a little bit different this time. And it is going to be for 10 seconds. And we have debuff resist. It's going to be 35% for 10 seconds. And we have attack. It's a very small amount of 7%. All right, for 10 seconds. Damage resist is 15% for 10 seconds. And we have an HP shield that is equal to 13.5% of max HP for 5 seconds. And the Draconic Life Force is going to be max HP plus 15% for Dragon Cookies. Alright, so if we do a direct comparison to BTS right now. So if we do the healing is a little bit more. Alright, so instead BTS right now has a 20.5% healing every 1 second for 7 seconds. Except this time around for Snapdragon, it's going to be 23.1%. All right, we don't have the stun immunity, but we have the stun resistant for this. The debuff resist is 5% more than BTS, all right? And the HP shield is actually a lot less than what BTS provides, okay? But it is going to be 2 seconds longer. And then the damage resist is actually going to be 1.5% more than BTS, and it is going to be 2 seconds longer. All right, so it is, very similar to what we have, right, for BTS right now. So definitely for players who do not have BTS, you definitely can use Snapdragon. And yes, somebody mentioned it, but Snapdragon does take the buffs from the laboratory because their class is not a BTS class, right? Their class is support, so all the laboratory buff that support cookies will get, you're able to get. Keep in mind, Snapdragon's is a 17-second cooldown. So it is definitely going to be a little bit, you don't need as much. I would say you only need 23.7%. 23.7% to take maximum effect of the cooldown right now. All right, there you go, 23.9%. We have some attack speed. All right, guys, so here we go. Snapdragon here. If you guys look at this, Snapdragon, once you put Snapdragon into the team, this is their, initial form. Once you're about to verse, then they turn into this little dragon form. Here we go. Let's just test it out because Snapdragon is probably not going to attack. Okay. So they are running. Look at them running. Yeah, so there's the healing right there. That's actually pretty good healing. 5,000, 10,000 crit. Not bad, not bad. All right, so here's Snapdragon's. Dang, look at all the buffs. Damage down, stun resistant. We got debuff resist. And seems like we're going to be able to keep this up 100% of the time here. And boom, look at that. 8-second cooldown. All right, so a little bit less than the BTS's. All right, here we go. And boom. All right, injury. The debuff resist gets rid of a little bit of the injury here. All right, hopefully Tartatin is able to kill this thing. Come on, Tartatin. Boom, there you go. But yeah, I mean, I guess we'll have to test it out, right? All right, guys, there you go. This is going to be the Pitaya team, right? We got our Snapdragon in there, getting that 15% extra max HP for Pitaya, right? So let's go. It's very interesting, the color of Snapdragon's HP bar this time. But you guys can see right here, Draconic Life Force, giving Pitaya extra 15% max HP. That's making them a lot tankier as well. All right, but there you go. We got all the buffs. All right, and I mean, dude, we'll just I think we'll do a direct comparison to the healing as well. All right, so to see like how much healing difference they do compared to you know, BTS as well. We'll verse the same exact team. All right, but there we go. Jeez, they're max HP, almost max HP. 6 million healing. All right. 12 million, of course, from pure vanilla. I mean, but there's the ascension difference too, right? Let's do a comparison now. All right, here we go. We're gonna test it out on this this friend I have on the list, and we're gonna compare the kind of healing right now with BTS and Snapdragon. Because they are both safeguarded, their healing should pretty much like be like, you know, uninterrupted. So here we go. There we go. This is gonna be the first one here with Snapdragon. All right, we'll see how it turns out. But again, when you use BTS, you don't have the Draconic Life Force, right, that you'll be able to get with Snapdragon. So there's that difference that we have. All right, definitely making Pitaya a lot tankier. Okay, but when you use you know, Snapdragon, you do lose out on, you know, the extra stun immunity instead of the stun resistance, right? So you have full stun immunity. And there we go. This time around, 5.8 million right here. Okay, for Snapdragon. And here we go, guys. But keep in mind, the BTS is a 1-star ascension, all right, compared to the 2-star promotion that I have on Snapdragon. So it was 5.8 million healing for Snapdragon. Of course, we have no Draconic Life Force, all right, for Pitaya. So Pitaya is slightly less tanky, all right. There we go. There's the damage, and we should be able to win right here. Around, I would say around the same timing as the last battle too. Actually, even with that, 4.7 million healing from BTS. So I would say, you know, even with that, Snapdragon's doing slightly better healing. Again, the main difference is that Snapdragon has the lab buff and all that stuff. And also the base healing, right, for Snapdragon is actually 3% higher than BTS already. So I guess that already makes a pretty big difference. Already just by that, I think the only perk or the only additional benefit that BTS has over Snapdragon right now is probably going to be the little buffs that you know, the extra percentage and the additional like stun immunity, but you still get stun resistant from Snapdragon. So if you have Snapdragon, it's just probably going to be better to use Snapdragon now. Definitely, if you don't have Snapdragon, BTS still works perfectly fine, guys. But like, especially if you're going to pair Snapdragon with someone like Pitaya, because you pull Pitaya, then it's probably just going to be better to use, you know, a Snapdragon. But again, if you don't have Snapdragon because you're free to play and you have to wait, you know, some time in order to actually pull for Snapdragon, BTS, perfectly fine, guys. Perfectly fine. It's not gonna make a insane amount of difference. It's finally just allowing players who do not have BTS to have an additional alternative. All right, so there is that. Okay, but yeah, look at Holliberry's buff. Did you see how many buffs that Holloberry actually had? Holy. But yeah, right there. 6.4 million healing from Snapdragon again. That's good. That's good stuff. And here we go. We are using full solid almond, raspberry. Still with even with that, I guess Hartatin's skill cooldown is just a lot faster. So either way, it's gonna mess up the Pitaya skill unless we add cooldown to Pitaya. Alright, but let's see if the full almond build will keep our cookies alive. And we'll be able to... Oh, I think we'll be able to beat this one. Well, actually, we beat that pretty well. That was actually not bad. So definitely, without a doubt, Snapdragon, compared to BTS, I would personally say if you're going to use inside of the arena, Snapdragon is kind of just, you know, slightly better. And it's more suited towards the arena right now because of the fact that, you know, we have Pitaya, right, inside of the meta. And with the synergy that Snapdragon does, giving extra 15% at max HP, that's actually huge. And on top of that, you know, you already have extra healing. You're able to take advantage of the buffs and things like that. So it's already really, really good. And extra on top of all of that stuff, Snapdragon is going to be permanent. You're going to be able to get, you know, Snapdragon throughout the entire game, like as long as the game is alive, right? Unlike BTS, where you don't get to pull for BTS anymore. Yes, it is pretty hard for free-to-play players, but still, at least you have that chance of actually getting Snapdragon. All right, even though you don't log in for a certain amount of time, you won't be left out. And yeah, I mean, just a shorter cooldown, everything. So without a doubt, if you can get your hands on Snapdragon, level them up right away. Synergy with Pitaya's amazing. With other cookies, it's really, really good too already. So, I mean, already perks. Like, you can use it in Tower Suite Chaos, and they consider it a special cookie instead of epic. So that's already a bonus right there for you guys. So without a doubt, going to be meta. Yeah, 100%.